Sarah. Before we moved to the farm in Minnesota, we lived in a small townhouse in sort of downtown parts of Dallas, Texas. And our backyard was the size of a postage stamp. Well, I wanted to grow things, so I learned how to grow things in containers. We had tomatoes and peppers and all kind of herbs and salad things and just pole beans. I rigged them up on strings. Anyway, it was fun and I learned how to do it. And I've been getting questions about, we don't have a yard, we can't do a big garden. Well, anybody can do this. If I could do this in that little place in Texas, hey, it's easy. This is a recycled lamp globe. I like to use recycled things as much as possible, and anything will work that you can put dirt in it. Now, it's nice if you want to go get some potting soil. If you don't, go find some dirt, dig it up and put it in a container. If you have a backyard or you have a friend with a backyard, go for it. This is not hard and it's not rocket science. So this is filled up with potting soil because that's what I had. This is a tomato. It's a classic beefsteak tomato. There are two kinds of tomatoes. This is an indeterminate tomato, and that means that it's one of the old ones, and it's going to grow. I mean, this baby will probably get 5-6 feet tall. It's not the best for container. The best kinds are something called a determinate tomato or a determinate plant, and they'll get about this high and kind of sprawl, but they'll be better. They won't get as tall and crazy as a big one. I just grow the determinate ones because I have tomato stakes in the big garden and I like them to grow up because it's less of a stress on my back when I have to pick them. Okay, anyway, so I have an indeterminate tomato and I'll dig a hole here and I'll stick him in there, and then I'll put a post about so and tie him onto that. So he'll grow up the post, okay? And then eventually on top of that I'll put a cage, a tomato cage, so I can make the branches come out on him. If you want, if I get enough interest in this, I'll kind of keep track of it and take pictures and talk about it, and then when we start picking tomatoes off of this rascal, you'll see, this is really fun. These beefsteak tomatoes are absolutely wonderful. This is an heirloom seed I got from Baker's Creek heirloom seed. Let's see, what else do I need? Oh, I know. I'm going to plant around it, all around my tomato, I'm going to plant basils. Basils love tomatoes. Tomatoes grow better when they're close to basils. It's really, really strange, but it's part of that companion thing. You plant your plants next to other plants that they like each other and they get along, so everybody grows bigger. Huh, it's kind of like people. Anyway, so I'll dig a hole and I'll put this in here. I'll water it some. I want to show you here about the roots, okay? Whenever you get an already plant of set out, whenever you do this, straighten out the roots so they go down. See what I'm doing? Can you see them? Okay, because if you just clump the ball down here and it's a root ball, they'll grow around and around and around, and that plant will be dead in about 3 weeks. So be sure when you're planting, if you get a set out, which is what this is, you can get them at Walmart, at grocery, or wherever. You could grow them for seed like I did. Anyway, pull the roots down and then sink your tomato. Don't plant it like here. Sink it so it's way this deep, down up here where the first leaves are coming. Okay, I'll hold it out. You want it deep because you want to establish a big root ball. So the deeper you can get it up to these, when the branches start growing out, plant it deep. Okay, set it down in the hole very, very gently and then cover it up. Now, tomatoes don't like wet feet. So I'm going to water him, and I'll keep watching for water, and probably every 3 or 4 days now until it becomes established, I'll put a little water on it. Tomatoes don't like wet feet, wet roots, so it's better. Sometimes less is more. You'll be able to tell by looking at the leaves and kind of talking to it. Well, I talk to my plants. Let's see, what else? Okay, told you about the basil, the container, the dirt. Oh, I didn't tell you how fun this is. It's fun. It's really, really fun. All righty then. See ya.